Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to MHF. Set pieces are not enough for Arsenal. We know that now for sure. Corners are not going to win you the Premier League. They might not. Chelsea are in the title race. They put the pressure on Liverpool, 4 points. And Spurs are Spursy to the point that Jim Biglin, the commentator, said, there is nothing more Spursy than this. There is not. Like, I couldn't believe that. It is not us as fans, we say that. And the people that got upset. Of course, there is the Mohamed Salah news about the contract, but we knew this is coming until he signed it. We'll talk about it, and I'm sure Husam will absolutely talk about it. I don't know. Is there people saying Ornstein dagger? Is it dagger? Is it just they offered him a contract? But that was yesterday, though. That was yesterday. Liverpool make an opening contract offer to Mohamed Salah. Does not mean agreement is done. So he hasn't agreed. They might have offered him 250K or 200K. I don't know if Husam has news on that as well. No one knows actually the amount of money that he's offered, to be honest. Mohamed Salah, no one. But we knew that there is a contract coming, 1 year or 2 years. But how much? What if they offered him 250K or 300K and it's not? But at least now we know that Mohamed Salah was not lying about him not being offered the contract. Because now when he said I wasn't offered the contract and Jamie Carragher said, no, there was talks and no, there was no official contract offered to the guy, and the guy was really... But we're not here to talk about Liverpool, to be honest with you guys. Liverpool didn't play this weekend. Sam is going to do a show tomorrow or something, or later today or whatever. He's going to talk about Liverpool tomorrow, probably. He's going to talk about the Mohamed Salah situation and the contract or whatever that they're going to do. But Chelsea, a lot of people are saying that Chelsea didn't play well, but they won the game and blah, 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 and all this stuff. I completely disagree. I thought Chelsea played very well. They were very unlucky to concede the first 2 goals because of Jesco Correa slipped. That's the reality. And then Chelsea now might be in the title race. They're officially in a title race, right? Because Husam and all the Liverpool fans are saying that they were going to drop points against Everton. So that means that difference between Liverpool and Chelsea, based on the expectations and predictions for the Everton game, it should be 5 points because it's 4 points now. Chelsea have 4 points ahead of Manchester City, 2 points ahead of Arsenal, 6 points ahead of the rest of the pack. And that's it. That's it, to be honest. That's it. You going to talk or are you going to just text on the MHF? Are you going to talk or are you going to...
No, I'm not texting. I'm just looking at what this Ornstein dagger is. That's it.
Your mic is fucked.
No, it's not.
You're not even using the right mic.
I am. It's the same mic. It's loud as hell, though. Now it should be better.
Yeah, it's much better. That's why you always leave your mic automatically adjusted.
Yeah, I've made the volume 100%. That's why.
Yeah.
I was just looking at this Ornstein dagger stuff, which is anyway stuff we knew, which is all 3 of them will receive contract offers. It's about them accepting it. But regardless, forget contracts, forget Liverpool. Today's not about Liverpool. I want to ask you a question first. Who you want to start with, Arsenal or Chelsea? Let's talk Chelsea Spurs first.
Quickly, because we need to speak about Arsenal. We have to speak about Arsenal. We have to.
Chelsea like, Spurs. Forget completely Spurs' part. Ignore Spurs. خلاص. No one cares about Ange out any of this.
Then we'll
what?
Do the super chat that is related to what I said about Spurs in the.
Mo, what you said a few minutes back about Spurs was spot on. I wish you should have gave it back to the delusional Spurs fans who come at you. What happened? That it wasn't...
So Aditya, Orchi's a nice person. I wouldn't give it back to Orchi for one reason. He's emotional. His team just lost. He's coming to a Premier League match reaction. He's seen an Inter fan or someone that he acts like he doesn't see me. He watches every single show, and I'm the majority of the match reactions of the Football Terrace. So he knew exactly who I am. He's emotional. He got rattled by what I said. I am not on the Football Terrace. This is not Ahwa on the Football Terrace for me to go back and forth. I don't know the guy personally.
What did he say?
I said my piece about Spurs. He's like, you're chatting shit. Don't come here and say Spurs are irrelevant. Look at the last years. We were making Champions League all the time. The Arab guy, the Middle Eastern guy. To be honest, I took the high road because if we go back and forth with him, and I just asked him a question and he couldn't answer it. I said, what's the point of Spurs? And he just said, couldn't answer it. And George had to intervene. Guys, it's reality. There is no, with all due respect to Spurs fans, you should, I said it 2 years ago on Al-Ahwa to Husam. I said it 2 years ago to Husam anyway. I told him, Husam, there shouldn't be something called the top 6 shows. There should be top 5. With all due respect, and I'm sorry to Tobes, I'm sorry to Expressions, I'm sorry to Jacob, I'm sorry to everything. I accept that Inter is not relevant to the Premier League, that I work. Okay, I'm a full-time YouTuber and people don't understand this. My point about I work, I report on Premier League clubs. That is my work. It's exactly, imagine Barry Glendinning, who writes for The Guardian and who does the weekly podcast, the Football Weekly podcast on The Guardian, the #1 podcast in the United Kingdom. I'm just gonna say one thing. He supports Sunderland. Nobody in The Guardian say, oh, you shouldn't write a column about Spurs or Chelsea. That's what people fail to understand. My work is based on now in the Premier League club. So I report on Spurs, I report on Brighton, I report on Liverpool. For me to say that Spurs are irrelevant, they are irrelevant to the top 6 because I genuinely believe the club exists in the top 6 because of the money. If I'm going to tell you guys something, Wallah al-Azim, I believe, if within the next 10 years, Brighton start making more revenue than Spurs, right? And be close to the Champions League, and they're just going to overtake them. The reality is Spurs don't have the history. Does that make sense, guys? They just don't have the history behind them. They have 2 league titles, Husam. Why should I consider a team that has 2 league titles a top club?
I'm gonna go back after our streams and watch what the hell happened because I don't even know what the context.
We laughed and joked. It's fine. There's nothing malicious or anything. He's not even.
And that's what it again says. Fair enough.
Yeah. Like I wasn't gonna go back and forth.
Yeah, listen. You expressed yourself on Spurs. Khalas, forget Spurs now. It's irrelevant, as you said. Big up everyone watching us. There's 900 people in here. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. I know there's 50 of you who haven't yet subscribed. We're closing in on 8.4K. So let's get to 8.4K subscribers. Big up to all of you guys. And you bunch of frauds, we're not even at 100 likes yet. Yalla. Like, let's just hit the like button right now. That Spurs fan offended me by calling you that Arab Middle Eastern guy.
No, I don't get offended, by the way, if I called him a North Londoner. By the way, guys, me being called a Middle Eastern is actually, it's a good thing. I love it. I'm a Middle Eastern guy. I'm an Egyptian guy. Why do people think I take offense to this thing? I'm just going to tell you guys something. Us as Arabs and Egyptians and Tunisians and Moroccans, Arabs, we look at things differently than the rest of the world, right? We are very mixed together and we don't look at things like this. We don't feel the same way. Like him calling me Middle Eastern insulted me. No, I'm Middle Eastern. He said I'm a Middle Eastern guy. I didn't feel insulted at all. I didn't even pay attention until you guys said it, and now it's playing in my head. But
before I speak, you have to speak. Because maybe they say I'm the one with the Chelsea agenda and I'm only doing this for malicious reasons. Are Chelsea in a
What do you mean? Yes, but they're not gonna. Again, I'm gonna say, okay, it will be a 1 out of 1,000. If Chelsea win the Premier League, it will have to be a big bottle job from Liverpool if Chelsea win the Premier League.
We'll never let this bottle job thing go.
Yeah, Habibi, from you. Yeah, Habibi, the reality.
كل شوي bottle job.
So my opinion about Chelsea won't change. Enzo Maresca is surprising everyone as much as Arne Slot. And I'm just going to have to say one thing that people don't understand. Enzo Maresca is doing a better job than Arne Slot at the current moment. In the current moment,
no.
This is my opinion. You don't say no. This is my opinion. This is a subjective opinion. It's not like the red card yesterday when it was not a subjective opinion. And you got it wrong. That's different.
By the way, Allah accepted my dua yesterday on MHF. I remember when as soon as you said that I'm gonna back Hamza, I was like, inshallah Arsenal draw or lose tomorrow, and they fucking drew. Alhamdulillah, Allah accepted my
Let me
dua.
tell you why. Why? Let me tell you guys why. Forget Arsenal and Man City, right? I'm gonna talk only about Liverpool and Chelsea. It was harder for Maresca, who has way less experience than Arne Slot, way less experienced player, and a mishmash squad to do what he's doing than Arne Slot to be doing what he's doing now. That doesn't mean Arne Slot is doing a bad job. One of them is doing a 9 out of 10 job, and one of them is doing an 8.75 out of 10 job. But if you ask me in the beginning of the season, which job is harder? It is the Chelsea job, especially for a manager that has 2 years of experience. One of them is a failure, and the other one is a successful one with the best side in the championship, which is Leicester. So Arne Slot had, number one, Arne Slot had the resume behind him. But that's not the discussion today. But that is my opinion.
Let me tell you why the opposite.
Yeah, you say your opinion. That's my opinion.
Okay, I'll tell you why I think your opinion is not right or wrong or whatever. Look, the history shows us that whenever a manager comes in after a historic manager that left an impact on a club, there is always failure. There's always failure, there's always misery, there's always very low points for said football club, which is why I was worried, and you, and even you and a lot of people, listen, we said Liverpool will challenge us, but no one expected this. What piles on to the Slot why I think he's doing the best job in the league right now is the fact that we signed no one. That's the one thing that's genuinely the strongest argument, because essentially what happened is he took over the same exact team without any addition. And we are in December 8th without playing a game of football this weekend, top of Premier League group and Champions League group. So his level of outperforming any expectation is insane. Despite the fact that Maresca is doing an unbelievable job, I think Slot is doing a 10 out of 10 job and Maresca is doing a 9.5 out of 10 job. That's how highly I'm rating both. But for me, no one expected this from Slot, specifically given no signings. And listen, we've had Salah, Van Dijk, and Trent for the last 4 years, and we haven't won a league title. So that just can't be your excuse, or you have like 3 unbelievable players. Because I could just come back and tell you, listen, Maresca had Caicedo, he had Palmer, he had very good players as well. It's not like he has a bunch of bums, to be honest with you. But both of them are fantastic. Now, when it comes to Chelsea in the title race, Mo said something last week, which is a fair argument for this conversation, which is, look, Chelsea are in the title race until they're not in the title race. There is zero pressure on Chelsea. No one will say Chelsea must. No one will say Chelsea have to win the league. None of this shit is true. There is no pressure on them. And they're there simply until they're not there anymore. That's it. Until Chelsea have a bad run of 3-4 games and they're just not there anymore, they're there right now. We have to acknowledge a team that is above Arsenal right now and above Man City right now. By definition, if I told you Team X is going to be above both, you would say they're either winning the league or challenging. So there is no pressure on Maresca at all. But you are in the race at the same time. That doesn't mean you're going to win it. And actually, Chelsea, you know who Chelsea remind me of? Chelsea remind me of us in 13-14. Where our defense was Sacco, Mignolet, Klein, Agar was always injured, Skirtle, Flanagan, Ali Sissoko, you know, Simon Mignolet in goal. But we had a forward line that was feared in the whole place. Like everyone didn't want to play Suarez, Sturridge, and Sterling. No one wanted to play against them. The key difference between Liverpool 13-14 and Chelsea 24-25 is one thing. Liverpool don't spend money. Chelsea, because Bowley is an absolute lunatic, can spend money in January and go buy a goalkeeper and go buy a centre-back and go get Osimhen. And if they do those 3 things, they might end up winning it this season. So right now, they're in the race. There is no pressure on them. They're playing without any pressure, without any fear, because objectively speaking, they've probably already accomplished their objectives for the season, which is get top 4, because that looks like a certain right now. And yeah, they had a fantastic game today. But the one thing I will say, though, is they did still concede 3 goals.
2 of them are mistakes. However, do you remember when I said that Chelsea in the summer need to sign a likes of a centre-back that is experienced? Badiashile today and Colwell completely showed the lack of experience they have. By the way, Caicedo was cooked by Son on the right back. He's not a right back. He's not a right back. He was cooked movement-wise. Son cooked him in that first half. And that is, I know that Enzo Maresca is trying to get the best out of Enzo Fernandez I know exactly what Maresca is doing, right? Enzo Maresca knows that Enzo Fernandez is very good offensively in the late runs and he can do stuff like this, right? But what he didn't want to do is he didn't want to drop Enzo Fernandez and play Lavia and Caicedo. So what does he do? He play Caicedo right back, make him invert, so Enzo Fernandez doesn't have to defend. But that exposed Caicedo when he had to defend against Son on the line because he's not a right back. He played sometimes right back for Brighton, Caicedo, by the way, but he's not right back against Son. Like, you can't ask him to defend like this when he has been last year playing in the DM.
Son is a little bit washed, though.
He's not that washed, but I'm telling you something. He's not at the top of his game like before. But listen, forget Spurs. Okay? I don't want to talk about Spurs. I'm being serious. I don't want to talk about Spurs. They're irrelevant, bro. Listen, if we start talking about Spurs, with all due respect to all our Spurs viewers, guys, if we start talking about Spurs, what is the point? Are you going to win the league? Are you going to challenge for top 4? Are you going to challenge for the title? Are you going to be...
No, the answer to all
the only point is that Spurs, the only point of Spurs is that there are 2 games we talk about you. Number 1 game is the game that you already won. You already affected the title race against Man City. And the second game, when Man City come to your ground, we'll start talking about you again. Otherwise, there's no point. Khalas, let's just move on. And that's it. You're going to play Man United. 12s are going to play 13th next game, guys. Guys, are they 12s? Are they 12s? Spurs or 11s?
10th
okay,
or
guys,
12th, I don't know, wallahi.
Guys, the 11s are going to play 13th next game. It's great.
What a banging game.
No, in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, sorry, not
11th
now.
will play 13th. Wow.
Yeah, great. Okay, good for you guys. And I'm sorry, my friend. I'm sorry, you don't talk about Spurs because you can't look at the club in how? But that's not, I tried. How? Okay, I can talk about Spurs if you acknowledge that I can talk about you as exactly as Brighton. Cal, I'm sorry. What is going to happen to you, Cal? Let me know if I sit here and analyze Spurs, what is going to happen? You hired every single type of a coach. And by the way, just to let you guys know, I have the same energy towards Man United. And after years, and Mo has been saying this for 2 years. And now, Saeed finally, because he's emotional after the game, said it. And Husam played it yesterday. He said, if it doesn't work with this manager, okay, fold it. Because they tried everything. You tried everything, Spurs guys. You tried Pochettino. You tried Mourinho. You tried Conte. You tried Nuno. You tried Ange. You tried even the interim. I don't understand. I know that people love your club. I know as Parma fans love their club. I know like Verona fans. I know that exactly like, I don't know, like Fiorentina fans love their club. It's the same love and I respect it and I admire it. I admire the Brighton fans that go behind their fans home and away. You admire these people. Listen, I admire Everton fans. I went to Goodison Park. I spoke to the locals. Family tradition. And I watched a mom with her kids. She said her grandma used to take her to games. And now she's taking her kids to the game. Me and my wife spoke to her. I admire them and I respect them. But the reality is a YouTube show. I need to talk about the club that is relevant more. That is Chelsea and Arsenal. I'm sorry.
Why are you so rattled by Spurs? I don't get it.
Because their fans don't understand their place in the world. They keep telling us they are something that they are not. They keep telling us.
You're actually so mad at the fact that Spurs are shit.
You don't understand. Do you remember me? I was so mad about Ahmed when I told Ahmed, you're not a big team, you're not a big club. And he kept saying, you're rattled. Until his fucking manager said it yesterday. We're a big club by name only. And then they come and say, you don't act like one. You don't act like one. Man United don't act like a big club. The players on the pitch don't act like a big club. That's Man United. Right? Spurs today, 2-0 at home, and you bottled the 2-0. If it wasn't for a cancellation goal, you would have bottled 2 goals to 4 goals. Star is conceding the penalty, and he's looking at the camera like he can't believe or laugh. What is this? It's a joke, bro. Wallah, because I've been fighting this battle for a while. It's a top 5 shows. It should be top 5 shows, never a top 6 show. Never a top 6 shows. Been fighting this battle for a while. Shout out to Expressions. Shout out to Tobes, Jacob, Patrick, George, Deji. Fine. With all due respect, fine, great. Unless they want to come on shows and talk about other clubs. Listen, I don't go on a fucking top 6 show talk about Inter, do I? Do you see me going in the top 6? I'll talk about Inter today. I only talk about Inter when we're playing Liverpool or Arsenal or these guys. I don't go to... Spurs fans need to accept that. You should go to top 6, talk about Arsenal, talk about Chelsea, talk about Liverpool. I'm sorry. That's the reality. Anyway, back to Chelsea, a relevant club.
Yes. They're in the title race.
It's not only, we have to talk about how Jadon Sancho's playing well. But that's the whole point. But that's why you don't understand. Because in the top 6 and on MHF and Inter are only relevant when they lose. Right? Because I am not going to go on a Premier League fans and tell them, how about Inter play today? Do you know that Mkhitaryan or Lautaro Martinez scored the 10 goals? What is it? I'm just going to say this. I am a YouTuber that work in the Premier League. I support Inter. Same as someone, by the way, who works for The Guardian or works for whoever, and they support Sunderland or Blackburn or Blackpool. They don't support a team in the Premier League, but they work and write columns and they go cover games. Do you think all the commentators that comment to the Premier League, they are a supporter of a top 6 club? No. But people like to banter me, Mo, why you do support Inter? Why do you talk about it? It's my work. It's my work. So eat shit then. And if you don't want to watch, let's go watch something else. Simple. Simple. Someone tell me, pick a team. Yeah, you cannot choose the team you love. You cannot choose the team you love. Wallahi, you can't choose a team you love, ya akhi. It's not about choosing a team. Anyway, guys, we have over 900 people here. We need 500 likes on this show. I spoke a lot. But the last point about Chelsea is Enzo Maresca is utilizing Sancho and Enzo Fernandez right. However, it might cost them defensively sometimes. They need a top defender they need the likes of a Van Dijk or someone like that, Saliba, something like this.
Your club has the center back that can help.
No, they can't. Bastoni is not that guy. Bastoni leads the top 7 leagues in attacking. Like, he's the only center back that has progressive passes, progressive carries, take-ons, key passes. He's not that guy. And I'm not just saying this. He's not that guy. He's not, by the way, Bastoni is never a leader.
What if they sign at Cherby?
He's too old. Too old for them. But he's a leader, though. But he's a back 3 guy that has played all his life in a back 3. It might not work. They need someone who can lead the back line with experience and who has played back 4 for a while. That's what they need, to be honest. Bastoni's never... And by the way, the characteristics has to be a leadership. Leadership. Number 1. Not an aggressive... There's tons of aggressive defenders around the world. I think Bastoni's an aggressive defender. You know what I mean? Basic. People say, Basic is a very good defender. He's 22 years old. You're going to sign someone who hasn't even had a full season in a top flight yet. You can't. So, oh my God, give me Basic. My Basic is another Colwell. Basic is another Colwell. Basic is another Konate. Even way less experienced than Konate. What are you going to do with this guy? But let me do the super chats before we go on. That Spurs fan, we did that one. Yeah. Rafa Rasna, ya ibn baladi ya Mo. Thank you, Adam, ya habibi. SEK, that's Swedish? Or
yes, Swedish Skåne.
Habibi, thank you, Adam. Thank you, Adam, so much. I thought Egypt is in Africa. Fuck
Yes,
off
but
now.
Arab is a group of people. Arab who speak Arabic
No.
for the most
You
part.
can't be talking serious. Chombay knows what he's talking about. He's joking.
No. Okay.
Chombay, you don't know that Egypt is in Africa, but it's also in the Middle East, in the Arab
That's
world.
like basically saying, Husam, you're Asian, not Arab. Arab is just a group of people who speak Arabic. That's it.
Yeah, Chomboy, I thought you'd be, you know them. Aditya Husam, you are all right, bro. Energy-wise, you look a bit under. He did too.
To be honest, no, because I slept 3.5 hours today because I was up, because the dictator fell, alhamdulillah, freedom to my neighboring country. You know, I was up until probably like 10 a.m. in the morning just watching all the videos of the people and everything that happened to them and all the pain, bro, over the last 10 years and videos from the prison cells and shit like this. So sorry, apologies for my energy maybe not being on it, but we will try to become better, inshallah.
Mohsen, Karagar is slowly becoming enemy number one. This is Morshin. What did I read?
What did Karagar say?
I don't know what Karagar said. Morshin. I don't know. What did he say?
Me neither.
I have no idea what he said.
Yeah.
I don't know what he said.
I'll do the next one as you research. Salah, Trent, and Van Dijk offered new contracts. Great. Offering does not mean accepting, so we shall see. Yeah. The mentality plus resilience in this team is what Abdi has is saying. Resilience. You are such a fucking drama queen, Abdi. Ya Allah, how dramatic this guy is. The mentality plus resilience in this team.
You're so
This guy is the biggest gaslighter. He told us, remember the game that Chelsea beat Southampton 5-1?
Yeah.
You know what Abdi Has was writing in MHF chat? This is our toughest game of the season. Southampton away.
No, it's just a fraud then.
That's just a fraud then. Told you, blood. Evening. I want Tottenham versus Arsenal League Cup final will be gold. Tottenham win the League Cup in extra time in 120 minutes.
And then they tell us they are more relevant than Arsenal at that time. Imagine Spurs winning the Carabao Cup versus Arsenal at the end while being 11th in the league. And then they tell us we're more relevant than Arsenal. What great. We're more relevant than Arsenal. Okay, can we talk about Arsenal? Because we have 15 minutes. I don't know. I can't find whatever Carragher said. I'm looking it up.
If people understood football, they should feel lucky that an Inter fan is interested talking about Premier League. Serie A is superiorly tactical to Premier League. Okay, this is what Carragher said. I don't think there's a player in the Premier League that's performed better than Cole Palmer. Okay, he's doing this on purpose, basically. That's why he's becoming public enemy number one.
Yeah, but like this is an idiotic take. Cole Palmer scored 2 penalties and had a good... By the way, Cole Palmer was not even Chelsea's best player today. Yes, Chelsea fans, guys in the chat, was Cole Palmer your best player today? Or was it Enzo Fernandez, to be honest? Like, he wasn't even the best player on the pitch today for Chelsea. He scored 2 penalties, but I thought Enzo Fernandez was magnificent, to be honest. Like, yes, Abdi, I think he's doing it on purpose then. It was Enzo Fernandez, right? Like, it was very obvious. So he's definitely doing this to wind up the people. He's trying to go viral again. Yeah, like he's trying to go viral again. This is just an idiotic thing, to be honest. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I think he's just being.
طب خلص بصير تركز معنا آخر ربع ساعة.
Yeah. Read the next.
Please never compare Foden to Musiala ever again. Samasi, a Bayern fan, is cooking Foden at this point. We should just sit back and laugh at this point. At this point, it's just hilarious.
Because I compare the style of play.
We are in the title race and are finishing above Arsenal. Arsenal had 0.3 XG from open play today. Can't win the league like that. I am in agreement with you, to be honest with you. Today,
we'll talk about Arsenal now, guys.
We will not talk about Arsenal. So
they disappeared. Can I ask something, please?
تفضل.
I want guys in the chat while we do the super chat. Husam is gonna do the next super chat. Guys, who's an Arsenal fan in the chat? Just type 1 if you're an Arsenal fan. Just 1. Hit the like button and type 1 if you're an Arsenal fan. I really wanna.
Guys, there's almost 900 people in here. We're not even on 300 likes yet. Also, we're 40 subs away from 8.4k. I know there's 40 of you who haven't yet subscribed. Just close your live chat, hit the like button, subscribe to MHF right now. Yalla. Like and subscribe now. Don't wait.
Okay, so they are here. The Arsenal fans are here. Okay.
Yes.
They're not. I don't see their names in the chat. They're not typing.
Chombe, Arab is a group of people who speak Arabic, Habibi. Okay? Sudanese are Arab, Africans. I'm Arab Asian. You don't see me saying I'm Asian. We just say I'm Arab. That's it. So it's not an ethnicity. It's not a race. You know? How's your White Sunday going, Husam? Wallahi, my White Sunday was 50% correct because Fulham got something against Arsenal. طب Yusuf, ya akhi, be honest at least. Tell me, Husam, you were 50% right about White Sunday. At least give me the 50, ya akhi. At least give me the 50%. You get me, blood. PGMOL will push Chelsea to the title this season. I know for a fact Dynamo is an Arsenal fan. I will bet everything he's an Arsenal fan. 100%. Push Chelsea to the title. PGMOL, what does... Kulusevski should have been sent off and Caicedo, if that's your logic, by the way. What's your take about us not playing this weekend? Good or bad for our momentum? Momentum has fuck all to do with this weekend, Adam. Let me tell you the thing, Adam, Habibi. This week, instead of us doing a 12:30 kickoff after Newcastle away, what we did is we have Konate back, inshallah, when the game reschedules. Jota back, inshallah, when the game reschedules. McAllister is now sent off for the Fulham game and not for the Everton game. So that's another positive. So I ask you a question, Adam Sukkari, that will answer this whole thing. Salah plays a ball in behind. Which version of the scenario do we win the game? Jota, one-on-one? Or Nunes, one-on-one? If your answer is Jota, then it's good for momentum. If your answer is Nunes, then you need glasses and it's bad for momentum. So yeah. Big up to you, Habibi Adam Sukkari. Yalla guys, like and subscribe. Arsenal.
You start Arsenal 6. Start your Arsenal take. Well, I haven't had your take. What do you think I'm watching your watch along? I called you only. I'm watching the game. How many
people watching my watch along on the street?
I don't care, Habibi. Why I'm doing a show with you after.
Me, I had 650 people watching me.
Good for you, Habibi.
Fraud. And I
have your take, akhi.
No, you have to start.
يا حبيبي start. I'm doing something on the side.
يعني عشان بدك تعمل thumbnail يا اخي اعملها خلال القهوه ولما حمزه بيحكي 17 دقيقه يا اخي 10 دقائق خلينا نخلص من هون. لا اله الا الله this guy يا اخي خلص اعمل لي thumbnail وانت على القهوه يا اخي.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys the reality. I'm gonna tell you guys, Arsenal fans, I'm gonna tell you the reality. Today I called Husam on the thing, and I actually saw exactly what I suspected. Arsenal players go to the sideline even without pressure, and they try to play corner. Hats off to you. But what if they don't work? Why don't today Arsenal created 0.3 XG from open play? Do you know? I'm gonna tell you guys something. Guys, combined, Arsenal have created 1 open play expected goal together, okay? In their last 8 Premier League matches. 1. Across the season, out of 15 XG, they have only 3 XG combined. Last season, you were ranked number 1. This season, you're ranked 13th. Has to be something. Well, there has to be something, guys, now. There has to be something. I get that people want everyone to be behind oh my God, the set pieces are great. They are great. And you scored from a corner today. That, by the way, that was almost offside. But fine, you scored. What about the rest of the game? What about the rest of the game? Why you are fluid? And I'm going to say something. Mo, but we played very good the last 3 games. Against Man United, you scored 2 goals from set pieces. So basically, you play two very, very good games against Nottingham Forest at home and against West Ham away. And West Ham are shit. Right? And by the way, Fulham didn't play a low block. And SE, I see your comment. They played the mid block. None of the Fulham players, when Arsenal had the ball, were inside the 18. That's called the low block, right? Am I wrong? Okay, terms. You know the terms mid block, low block. Arsenal today, Fulham, were playing outside of their 18, mid block.
You know, when people say stuff like it gives me the ick, nothing gives me the ick more than people trying to just fucking overcomplicate the sport, bro.
The simple thing about today is that your players, and I promise you this, there was
Troops admitted it. I called Troops. He's been watching Arsenal 25 years. He admitted it. He said we're trying to play for corners. He admitted it.
خلاص. Stop. Arsenal, stop. Martin Odegaard went to the fucking line. Martin Odegaard went to the line today and had a chance to control the ball and cut inside. And because the player was closing on him, he tried to hit it against the guy and win the corner. And no one was in the 18. Bukayo Saka twice crossed to the right foot when no one is in the 18. No one is in the 18. Who is he crossing from? He's trying to get a deflection to win a corner. And instead of taking the ball back and pass back and do what Arsenal used to do, what Husam used to do to tell them, you're boring, you're controlled.
But they are boring, though. That's not an agenda take anymore.
They weren't boring against Forest. Do you remember the dink and the chance and West Ham and the passes and the intricate passes inside the 18? Odegaard today did it once. But the problem is it fell to the donkey. And you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. People give it up. I am telling you, Havertz scored a goal, right? Last season scored goals and everything, and you were good. I am saying it now. Wallahi, I am watching the game today, and all I can think of, this Fulham team is so compact together. Arsenal need a difference maker as a striker now. They need the guy that will make, and it's not, by the way, I'm not talking about the Haaland. They need the guy that will terrorize the defense. They need the guy that will make, and I'm going to tell you guys something. Some games last season, Liverpool, Diego Jota. Out of nowhere, Diego Jota pops up, receives the ball, turn, it's a chance. Kai Havertz today inside the 18, Odegaard played him a peach of a pass. He turns, bro, he scuffed it near post. He didn't even hit the target.
Listen. He
didn't even hit the target.
I asked you to start, but I have to interrupt you because it's better for you to start so I can interrupt because there are certain things that I'm going to call out. I'll be honest with you, fuck the individuals. Today proved to me once and for all that the ones who wanted Arteta out are probably right. This is a systematic issue. These players are not all shit. I'm sorry, they're not. Okay? These players, Havertz, مش عارف ايش, this is all bullshit. And last season, the guy had 22 GA in 21 games. He's not, we know he's not Haaland, but he's a good striker. The thing that today proves once and for all is Arteta is probably 99% gonna be the Brendan Rodgers of Arsenal. And that's it. He is not gonna be the guy that gets them over the line. Because people need to understand something, and we have to be honest here. This season is Arsenal dream scenario. Pep is scratching his head. City are losing its shit. And Arsenal are only 2 points above Man City. Deep this, think about it more. Just give yourself 5-second thought. Look at how many times we cooked Hamza this season. Look at what we have. We have ruined Hamza on Ahwa probably 15 episodes in a row. Arsenal are only 2 points above Man City. There is an issue with this. They need a manager to unleash the shackles. Because the same team that beats Forest 3-0 cannot be the same team that cannot unlock a Fulham low block, mid block, high block, whatever fucking block. Fulham were ass today. If Fulham play today like they did, they play at Anfield like they did today, they're going to lose by 2 or more goals. Easily. Easily. Fulham were there for the taking. Adama Traore didn't even run in behind. They had 2 shots on target. The whole game. Fulham. 2 shots on target. 1 shot in the first half on target. The second shot in the second half on target. Khalas, done. 1 shot per half on target. That's it. The way that the attack is being coached, there is an issue. There is a systematic problem with the way that attack is coached. They don't even do triangles properly. Timber, Odegaard, and Saka were unable to execute a triangle and just running behind. Havertz was unable to execute a triangle. Martinelli and Trossard, when he started as well, wasn't able to execute triangles. It's just, this is why I'm saying the fact that they're looking for a corner, bro. We play.
But can you just tell the people when did I say this? And when people said you have an agenda, can you tell the people when did I say this? Yeah,
you're an Arsenal fan and you're not even. You should be more angry than me and Mo. You as an Arsenal fan need to learn the identity of your football club. You guys sang boring Chelsea 10 years ago. We play football the Arsenal way. Win a corner. Where the fuck is the Arsenal way? Arsene Wenger played better football with Marwan.
I don't care about the corners. I don't care about the. I have to interrupt you. I don't care. I don't care about the corners. If they are brilliant in corners,
style, not corners.
Okay. Here is the thing. I don't care about the corners. If the corners are sustainable and you can win the games, but today proves that the corners are not sustainable because you didn't create anything else. You didn't. The Spurs win now doesn't look as good, right? It doesn't look as good, right? Because you won from 1-0 from a corner. And now, against Fulham, where you should win away from home, you're not creating chances to win the game. Yes, you scored the set piece. Well, I called Husam when they were scoring set piece, guys, in the chat. I was actually calling Husam, and I told him, your players is the difference between when you win a corner and you execute it very well, or when you try to play football to win a corner. Now it's going to be a problem. You know why? Because now teams are going to set up to try to stop you from winning from playing the corners. They're going to push you. Today, Adama Traore stopped. By the way, if Robertson was not an idiot and he stepped up 1 centimeter, and by the way, then okay, it could have been an offside. Yeah, Thomas Partey did this, Thomas Partey did that. But the reality is, guys, Arsenal, what is going on? Like, why is Arteta so relying on these set pieces? Is he actually believing in the hype that will win the league with corners? Did he believe his own thing?
You can't win the league with corners. You just can't, man. You just can't.
Not gonna win
winning something with corners. Your best case scenario is winning what, like a fucking Carabao Cup with corners? Nothing more.
You're not gonna win the league with. He needs to. We pray, and you guys, we praised you massively in the Nottingham Forest game, in the West Ham game, and then you guys, wallahi, people in MHF. It was only last Wednesday. No, Wednesday. When did they play Man United?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Did we do a show? And you guys in the chat, SE, and I'm calling every one of you.
SE was one of them.
You guys, every single Arsenal fan, when I said, and also with Jess on Thursday show with Husam and Kelk, when I asked Jess, are you worried? And she said, no, I'm not worried, right? And people in the chat, Mo, why are you asking her these questions? Mo, in the comments, Mo, why? Because you really didn't create enough against Man United. You didn't create enough against Man United. And you are supposed to create enough against the shit Man United. But you didn't. If Nottingham Forest were able to create chances from open play against Man United, why couldn't Arsenal create enough chances? And I said it and I called it out. And Nando here in the chat knows. And I was called, Mo, you have an Arsenal agenda in the chat. It shows today. You didn't create enough chances from... and now you should be worried, right? Wallahi, you should be worried. Now every Arsenal fan is worried. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my God, we're actually set pieces of shit. Curtis Shaw tweeted it. Tony Pulis Arteta. Troops said it.
This is not us. This is not us. Everyone's saying this now. Khalas.
Mo, you have an Arsenal agenda. And I'm like, no, yeah, I'm watching football with my eyes. You're not
fluid. This whole Arsenal, listen, this whole Arsenal agenda thing is fucking cringe. You're all cringy if you're saying this. Because for the first half of the season, everyone just said you're twerking for Arsenal. Now we have an Arsenal agenda. We don't have an Arsenal agenda. They're trying to win corners. They're trying to win corners. Stop it, please. Fucking Arsenal agenda, my ass. There is no agenda. There is no agenda.
Don't care. I don't care. I only analyze what I see in front of me. It's ridiculous.
Okay, Hamza's there. You wanna?
Yalla, let's do the super chats and then redirect. I did the redirect. Good.
I did it as well. Yalla, Mo, you seriously asking Arsenal fans not active? They are. To be fair, Aditya is always active. Mo and Husam, who would be a better Arabic teacher? I have to give respect to Mo. His Arabic is really strong. But I think I speak English
I
better than him.
studied Arabic. I don't know if you were in a foreign schools. And
No.
I was always in Arabic schools. Always, all my life. I was never in a language schools. I was always in Arabic schools. So I studied proper Arabic, yeah. And I studied Quran when I was young. But now I haven't practiced for a while. But yes.
Fair enough. Attack-wise, we have been poor this season, especially open play. I admit it. Very lackluster. Thank you, Aditya. See, honest Arsenal fan here.
By the
Doesn't
way,
cry.
on Al Ahwa, I'm gonna talk about the defense, guys.
Yeah, we will.
It's a different.
We will.
Right. By the way, again, you opened up today. One pass behind. Saliba's too late to close him down. 1-0, and you are chasing the game. Go ahead. Yes. 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 I need to. Manta, go start. Yes.
Thank you, Mo, for calling it out. طب خلاص, I'll let you do this one. We need the top striker and a good left winger like Saka to create similar threat. Right now, it's easy. Mark Saka and Odegaard and game done. خلاص. I love the fact that Aditya is from India and now because of us, he uses words like خلاص. You know, wallahi, people message me all the time. They're like, I'm speaking Arabic in my house, bro. I'm like, yalla, good. Yalla, we're affecting you from Ahwa. Do the last one from Aditya because he addressed you. Big up all of you guys. Like and subscribe.
Thank you, Mo. Yeah, are you leaving? You're going to start? But must start when you're here. Where did he have to go? Thank you, Mo, for calling it out. All the people counter is what striker will do if we don't create. But they don't understand the top striker who makes this intelligent run, drags defenders along to help in creating chances too. I said that many times, Aditya. People think, well, we don't create. Yeah, because Havertz is not in the 18. Because Kai Havertz is not in the 18. That is what people don't understand. Wallahi. Imagine if you have an Osimhen in the 18 or someone who's just a top striker or a Jokeris, whatever, whoever, like an actual number 9. Number 1, defenders today, Bassi was able to cover Robinson because of Kai Havertz. Tactically speaking, if you have a top striker, Bassi will not be able to cover Robinson because of a top striker. Halas. That's what people don't understand. Yeah, you said that. Khalas. J-Mag. I'm learning Korean, but learning Arab. Ashmaric. I don't know. Ahmaric. And Arabic would be so cool. Also, cheers, Mon. Husam, thank you, J-Mag, for super chat. I don't know what Ahmaric is. Ahmaric? There's no language called Ahmaric. Ahmaric? Ahmaric is a Semitic language spoken in Ethiopia. Amharic. It's called Amharic. Yes, it's Amharic, not Ahmaric. Yeah, Amharic. Thank you so much, J-Mac, for super chat. Aramic. It said Amharic. It's on Google. It said Amharic. Amharic is a part of Afro-Asian language group. Listen, people, this is gonna take you to Ahwa. It's Amharic. Yes, Ethiopian. I'm gonna see you guys on Ahwa. I'm gonna see you guys on Ahwa. Yallah. We'll see you guys.